sound in here. So back for part 2 of the some of those late to the new wave of British heavy metal party records. I meant to get this done last week, but Jesus, I got such a throat infection. It was grim. Still taking antibiotics for it, but I want to get this done. So this is what's playing in the background. It's Dennis Wise music, sort of ambient stuff. Come out in Finders Keepers. Good gear. Alright, so been quite a bit of new wave of British heavy metal stuff on the VC recently. Like John from NWOBHM, he had done a video of some of his favourite LPs and stuff, and the Metallurgy channel had a stream the other, was it last weekend, with Aaron the Metal Theologian on there, and they were talking about trying to sort out their favourite, the list of favourite new wave of British heavy metal records, which was absolutely hilarious. 3 hours of new wave of British heavy metal, gatekeeping, great crack. Lots of bands were shit on by Aaron, which is hilarious. But anyway, so here we go. Here's some of the stuff I was listening. This is stuff I was listening to weeks back, and I'm still sitting here that I want to show. So here's one that was shit on the other night on the Metallurgy channel. Rock Goddess's debut from '83. So they had a single out in '82. This record, I've loved it since the first time I ever heard it in the teens. Love the sound of it. I love well, the singles off this were great too. Heavy Metal Rock and Roll, My Angel, I think, were the singles off this. But altogether, I think this is a brilliant sounding record, and great raunchy tracks from a female perspective. Very popular band, played around London a lot. I like the second LP as well, when it goes into more of a slicker sound than this does. But yeah, new British heavy metal folks seem to thumb their nose at this one a lot. I'm not one of them. I think it's a fantastic LP. Heartache, Back to You, The Love Lingers Still, To Be Betrayed, Take Your Love Away, My Angel, Satisfied, Crucified, great song, Start Running, Make My Night, One Way Love, Heavy Metal Rock and Roll is really good too. Yeah, produced by Vic Mail. The drummer in this band, I remember reading when I was younger, the drummer in this band was too young to sign a record contract, but they done really well for themselves. Salutes to Rock Goddess. Next up, Savage, Loose and Lethal. So, I'm aware that there's a lot of people who think this is a bit overrated, maybe a bit samey in places, mid-paced sort of thing. I'm not one of them. I think this is a fantastic record. Love everything about it. The logo, the name of the band, the name of the album, and the cover art, superb. It's got a real cutting guitar tone on it too, and it's still a joy for me to listen to. When the riff starts to come in on the song Cry Wolf, it is still up there as a brilliant vibe for me for a heavy metal record. So yeah, Let It Loose, Cry Wolf, Berlin, Dirty Money, Ain't No Fit Place, On the Rocks, China Run, and White Hot. So this came out in what, 83? Or is this 84? 83. Their second album really grew on me as well, Hyperactive. I really like their second album too. So Savage, Loose and Lethal. Bottleaxe, another band that I've always enjoyed. Probably this is the second album I heard by them. This is from 1983, their debut. I probably prefer their second album, to be honest. It was the first one I heard, but this rattles along great too. I really like this. Well, this song has a song on it called Thor Thunder Angel, which is a little gem to me. So, excuse me. Yeah, I really enjoy this band, Battle Axe. Running Out of Time, say too. Some of it reminds me of like that first Anvil record, maybe just the vocal phrasing or something on it. But yeah, Burn This Town by Battle Axe, lovable cover too, isn't it? And yeah, good band, good record. Here's another band that got shit upon the other night on the Metallurgy channel, and I don't agree at all. This is Warfare with Metal Anarchy, their second album I ever heard by them. Big fan of the first album, Pure Filth, as well. But yeah, this starts off with the intro for The Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music, rips into Electric Mayhem, and doesn't stop until Psycho Express. Loads of drama, loads of piss and vinegar and grit. Great songs, and loads of attitude. It's just a brilliant record to me. I really love it. Produced by Lemmy, which probably means he called around and drunk some free beer or something. But superb album, and I'll see the guitar solos in this. Superb. They just come in and out and just flitter about, and they're stunning. So, Warfare, Metal Anarchy, brilliant record. Spartan Warrior, their second record, not as good as their first. This came out in 1984 in Roadrunner. This record is a wee bit dull, but there's a couple of decent meat and potato tracks on it. This has a sort of, the bass playing in this is really tight, has a real tight sound. I always thought if it was a wee bit looser and a wee bit firier, it would make these songs sound a lot better. But as it is, it's not bad. It's like beans and toast. Sometimes beans and toast is good, right? But Son of a Bitch, Sentence to Die. Sentence to Die is a pretty good track. Mercenary, French Girls picks up the pace a bit, but overall it's not a bad album. I would love to get my hands on the first record. I've never been able to find it. So yeah, Spartan Warrior, second record from 1984. Sorry, so my phone died a bit there. So alright, next up, Mad Dog, Welsh band. This is heading out into 1986. So originally I think this band started off more as a punkier sort of band. I think they had a single out in '84. They put this full length out. So this came out on Stud Records in '86. Stud Records was the label that put out the second Seducer record. I've talked about Seducer before in another video. They released a couple of cracking records, but yeah, this sort of reminds me of that Australian band The Angels from the '70s. Rattles on a wee bit like Tank too in places, but songs like Fallen, Johnny Cyclops, It All Comes Down, Fortune Favours the Brave, and They Say They're brilliant. The last track on it, The Last Great Wilderness, is they sort of broaden their sound a wee bit, but yeah, this is really good. I really enjoy this. Not mind blowing by any means, but it was good to hear it again. Say, check out the songs Fallen, Johnny Cyclops, It All Comes Down. First four tracks, first side. All decent stuff. So yeah, Mad Dog from '86. Here's one from my neck of the woods. Well, the main guy behind this band wrote me up, Jim Little, playing the punk band here in Northern Ireland. That was called Pretty Boy Floyd and the Gems, and then he put this band, Road Meal, together and concentrated in England, trying to get this band off and running, and they signed with Music for Nations. So this is an alright album. It's good to hear it again. I seen somebody showing this recently. I can't remember who it was, talking about this record. But first song, Crazy Motorcycle, is a pretty good track. It rattles along well. It has like a Motorhead sort of vibe to it in bits, but None of it really sticks out as really terribly exciting, to be honest. All Over You, the second track, reminds me of like you can hear more of Phil Lynott voice in his voice, you know. Not a bad album, not great. First Visit by Rogue Meal. Not so good. So this one's pushing out to 1986 again. Deep Switch, 9 Inches of God. So my missus actually bought me this. When I became aware of this record through the Black Widow reissue, this is an original, but because I was digging a lot of Black Widow stuff at the time, Agony Bag, and you know, they were putting out records with Death SS and stuff like that. So at that time I didn't know they had any connections to, didn't even know they were an English band, to be honest, at that point. Didn't know, knew nothing of them. But yeah, this is a fun record. Excuse me. Pig Feeder. It's funny. This band has got a lot of sort of quirky English humour and that the English eccentricities sort of gone in their music. But Pig Feeder, Time Machine's really good. 9 Inches of God is good. Poison Lake, The Dark Angel, Lovers of the Dreams, really syrupy and soppy, and it's alright. It's like could do without it maybe. Poor Bastard's good. The lyrics are not crazy. Spinning on the Wheel, it's good. This vocalist Jinx, some parts in this, there's the band there. In some parts of this record, when he has this more of a high pitched nasally tone to his voice. It reminds me of the guy from Manila Road as well. But yeah, it's hard to 1986. I mean, you're at the height of like you know thrash and the sleaze rock and stuff is just burning high at that point, isn't it? So who this would appeal to at that point in time, I have no clue. It's just it's a weirdo record, and I really enjoy it. So yeah, Deep Switch, 9 Inches of God, great album cover too. Next one is a gem, Jaguar Power Games. The second Jaguar album I ever heard. The first being This Time. Their second LP. In fact, the first Jaguar song I ever heard was Axe Crazy. I bought the single as a blind buy in the early 90s, and then I bought This Time on LP and was like, what the fuck's going on here? This is seriously strange. But I actually enjoyed This Time. Listened to it quite a bit, but obviously I was disappointed it wasn't in the same vein. Didn't even know if it was the same band at the start, to be honest. And then I heard this, Power Games, and this is more of what I wanted. So yeah, this is great. Dutch Connection, The Fox, Massive Game, Run for Your Life, Raw Daily, Cold Heart, Angel Fantasy. The vocals in this are absolutely superb. I love the vocals in this, and I love the way this album just it's pretty non-stop, and it just goes for it, and a great raw sound, superb band, and if I get a chance here I'm going to show some singles as well, make sure that the Jaguar one. So yeah, Jaguar Power Games. Grim Reaper, See You in Hell, from 1983. So this is it. I love the guitar sound on this. This is really good. Dead on Arrival, Wrath of the Ripper's good. To me, the highlight of this is the title track, the last song on the album. Oh Jesus, excuse me. See You in Hell. Steve Grimmett vocals, superb voice. Although tend to see in some of these songs, especially in stuff like Dead on Arrival, if I'm in the wrong mood and it hits me at the wrong time, it can get on my tits a lot. His voice, but he has such a great voice. Nick Bocott on guitar. There's a really good interview actually with Nick Bocott on that what do you call it, fucking YouTube channel, Wasting Time with Jason Green. He done a really good interview with Nick Bocott, which is interesting. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really good. But yeah, Grim Reaper, See You in Hell from 1983. Good crack and good album. So I'm going to show some singles here. I was going to make another video and show more of that stuff from the later stuff. But to be honest, this stuff's been sitting about for ages. I haven't got a chance to show it, and I just want to get it out of the fucking road. So here's some singles that I was playing the other week. Never been massively into collecting singles or anything. I've never really go out of my way looking for them. The odd time something pops up, but you know, I would pick them up if I see them out and about or whatever, and they're cheap. You know, and I have a couple extra quid or something, pick up a 7-inch or something. But so here we go. Now this is all stuff that came out at different times. Yeah, you know. So the EF band, Devil's Eye. So this is brilliant. If you're into 70s heavy rock, this is a no-brainer. Brilliant. These singles are superb. So weird thing with this band is they were basically a Swedish band, but I don't know whether they relocated to England and played the scene here, or they just done a lot of gigs in England, or done a lot of gigs in England or what. But they built up a following. They had Dave Dufort from Angel Witch playing in them at one point as well, who's been playing in bands from right back into the early 70s, late 60s maybe. And yeah, they built up a following, and they took advantage of that new wave British heavy metal period. So, and I love these singles. I have another one here to show as well. So playing these was a joy. Devil's Eye and Comprende on the B side. I love my 70s heavy rock, and this is that sort of deal. Superb stuff. There's another one, Self-Made Suicide, with Sister Sin on the other side. These came out in Red Ball. Isn't it Red Ball Records? It was more known for their punk, I think. Leo was known more for punk. But yeah, EF band, Self-Made Suicide and Sister Sin. More brilliant 70s style heavy rock, superb. Here's one that I picked up not that long ago, which is a reissue, which came out on the Dole Records. There's been compilations put out by Metal Mirror. English Booze and Rock and Rolling Never Gonna Leave Us. This is superb. The song English Booze opens up like Cactus's version of the song Evil. And I just knew fine rightly. As soon as I heard that, I was going to love it. Great vocals on this. I love the drummer on this as well. Superb. He obviously likes a little John Bonham. Yeah, Metal Mirror, English Booze, an original on that there. I wouldn't spend the money on it, but yeah, amazing. Oh, this one here is fantastic. Oxum, Music Power, and Mind Key. I love the sound of this. This is more of a 70s hard rocking sound as well. Music Power has a wee bit, it sounds like Judas Priest's Beyond the Realms of Death, just in the mellower parts. But again, that song anyway sounds like Styx's Sweet Modern Blue. And then second song, Mind Key. This is a brilliant sound. This loves my my stereo. It sounds amazing on my record player. Music Power and Mind Key by Oxum. Superb stuff. What else? Oh, I've been really enjoying these Bleak House singles. Now these are reissues that came with the compilation that came out on High Roller Records. The first one with Rainbow Warrior and, how do you pronounce that? Islwana and Inquisition. Brilliant. Again, more 70s heavy rock stuff from 1980. I think this band goes way back before the new wave British heavy metal. You know, these guys, they were in the right place at the right time. Finally got a little bit of peek through and a little bit of interest. But here's the other one, Lions in Winter. This has the song Flight of the Salamander on it, which is absolutely fantastic. I've been really enjoying. I was really enjoying these records and was playing them. Sound brilliant too, and yeah, superb. Rainbow Warrior is quite famous for inspiring Sanitarium by Metallica nowadays. But yeah, there we go. Lands in Winter and the first Bleak House one, reissues. Oh Jesus, Isengard. I was playing this, and this doesn't even bother to try and make an effort fucking to do anything. Sledgehammer. Oh, I always wanted Sledgehammer to be great, man. If there was more dirt on that Fender guitar, they maybe would have got there. But for a band called Sledgehammer, it doesn't do much sledgehammering. Not a bad single though. This is a fucking good single though. Holocaust live. So it's the first time I ever heard Death or Glory. So you got Love and Feeling Danger, No Nonsense, Death or Glory, and Forced Down Breakdown. So superb. They're a brilliant band. This is the sort of band that tracks like Bad Tempered, Pissed Off Teens. People like Dave Mustaine. He obviously was a fan of this band because you can hear he's taking a few licks from here and there. Here's one that sometimes gets shown as a new wave of British heavy metal record or single, but it isn't. It's punk. But I blind bought this years and years ago in the 90s, thinking, Jesus Christ, what is this? It's from '77, and the cover is so metal, it's unreal. Vermilion, the back of it, and this Angry Young Women, the first track on this. As soon as you hear the vocals, you just want to kick your stereo in. It's hilarious. I bust out laughing this first time I heard it. But you know what? Songs like Nymphomania and the B-side, Wild Boys, aren't bad tracks. Say it's punk, not new wave British heavy metal. And here's another band from my neck of the woods, Nasty Savage, with their Take No Prisoners 7-inch. I always just call this the Killing Time 7-inch because it's famous for that track. Superb, aggressive, angry, Northern Irish heavy metal. Superb single. Here's one a lot of people hate, probably the weakest track of Witchfinder General, but I actually quite like it. Music. And this was Witchfinder's General attempt to make a bit of a hit, I suppose. Half-arsed really. So it's back with Last Chance. But Witchfinder General are one of my favourite bands of the era. I was listening to Witchfinder General before I knew what doom metal was, or before I knew what new wave British heavy metal, before I even heard that term. Because I really like the songs I heard on compilations. But yeah, music, Witchfinder General. Okay. So Praying Mantis, not the greatest Praying Mantis single. This is a band. This was left off the list on the Metallurgy stream the other night. I absolutely love the first Praying Mantis record. Really brilliant, solid, melodic, heavy rock. But the cover of the cover on it is crap. The cover song, no, it's awful. All Day and All Night, no. Apart from the guitar solo in that, it's really good. But anyway, Praying Mantis, superb band. And this is an okay single. Some Girl School, Hit and Run with Tonight. Always loved Girl School. Angel Witch, Suffer with Dr. Vibes, superb stuff. This is a brilliant single, Persian Risk, Riding High and Hurt You. Really love playing this again. Superb band, Phil Campbell later went on to join Motorhead, obviously. Brilliant single. Witchfind, In the Stars, Wake Up Screaming. Oregon's Black Ice. Really good single. More Girl School, some Vardis, Silver Machine. What else we got here? Saracen, never been a big fan of Saracen. The second song in this, Rock of Ages, tries to rock up a wee bit more. It's not a great single to me. This one, Drac Lime, by Dead Ringer, isn't much crack either. Chainsaw, Police and Politicians. So I was talking about Chainsaw on an old a video I done a while back, and and I picked this single up as well. Police and Politicians are pretty good. They're a fun band. Tiger Upon Time classic. So popular, burning up in bad times. Oh, Jesus, who's that? More Angel Witch. This was a cracker. Can't beat the Angel Witch singles. Superb. Witch Fine. Give them hell. I enjoy playing this again. Underrated band, I think. This is a cracking single. Twisted Ace. Firebird. Now, it took me a while to get into this because when I first heard this, I thought it was really wimpy. But it just crawls into your brain and stays there, and it's quite addictive. It was on the New Wave of British Heavy Metal comp that came out by Heavy Metal Records in, what, 1990 or something? And playing that comp round and round just, you know, got me used to this track, and now I'm going to put the single on. Superb. Yeah, Firebird with I Won't Surrender. Samson. Looking absolutely ridiculous on the back of it. Vice Versa and Hammerhead. This was good. Good single. This is a superb single. Don't Need Your Money When Wiped Out by Raven. Don't Want No Rich Fat Daddy Trying to Change My Life When I Just Want to Relax. Boom. Brilliant single. Here's a Jaguar single. Acts Crazy, War Machine. First time I ever heard Jaguar. And Jesus, my throat's sore. Yeah, you know what, mate? What did I pay for this? I paid 70p for this back in the early 90s. Jesus Christ. Superb single. Tank. Don't Walk Away with Shell Shock and Hammer on. Brilliant single. I'm gonna get the end of it here. Jesus. Well, Diamond Head. Sweet and Innocent. Streets of Gold. Superb single. Helpless and Shoot Out the Lights. Brilliant. Something brilliant about listening to Helpless. Iron Maiden. Saxon. More Tigers. Susie Smile and Tush. Fist. I've always enjoyed Fist, and I know a lot of people didn't take to their first album. I think it's a fantastic album, but this is the dog's balls. Name, rank, serial number. You'll never get me up in one of those. Which sounds like a Budgie song title, isn't it? Wheels of Steel by Saxon. Anyway, there we go. I've got that out of my system now. I'm going to hopefully have time to make some other videos and stuff that I've been listening to. So anyway, that was really, really rough and ready. I'm not going to do it again. My throat is so sore. And thanks for watching. And oh yeah, Chromium Dioxide put out their new video for the metal tag. It was amazing. That channel just inspires me to draw, inspires me to pick out books, movies. Oh, so good. Yep. Anyway, thanks for watching and all the best. See you later. Bye.